What's up, guys? Michaela Vernava here in the PNC Bank Sports Corner. I'm joined on the line by Zack, our Patriots beat writer, for a little off-season positional review. I want to talk about special teams today, Zack. Special teams, the lone bright spot, really, of an otherwise bleak season for the Patriots. How do they carry that progress into 2021?
Well, they should be poised to carry it over pretty well. Jake Bailey, their all-pro punter, he's still under contract. Gunnar Olszewski, all-pro punt returner, he's still under contract. Patriots went out pretty early in free agency and re-signed Justin Bethel and Cody Davis, who were two of their standout special teamers, kick coverage players. And then they also went out and re-signed Nick Folk, who had a very strong season in 2020. One question that's still sort of lingering is what's going to happen with Matthew Slater. He's going into his 14th season. He's 35 years old. He said late in the year that he was going to sort of weigh his options before deciding whether he wants to play or not in 2021. And to this point, we have not heard any announcement from him on that. So still TBD on whether Matthew Slater's obviously been one of the Patriots' biggest leaders, most important players for a long time. Still unsure whether he will be playing this season, but most of that other group is locked in for 2021.
As you mentioned, Nick Folk did a solid job last season, but there are two other kickers right now on the Patriots depth chart. Will there be competition there?
I think so. I think you'll at least see a training camp competition. I'm not sure if all three of the kickers who are currently on the Patriots roster will still be with the team when training camp opens. It remains to be seen whether they'll want to use one of those roster spots for another position. But right now it's Nick Folk, it's Roberto Aguayo, and it's Justin Rohrwasser, their 5th-round draft pick last year. Rohrwasser spent the entire season on the practice squad after being beaten out pretty soundly by Folk in training camp last year, and Roberto Aguayo hasn't kicked in the NFL since 2016. He famously was a 2nd-round draft pick of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers way back in 2016, was cut by them after one season, was actually out of the NFL entirely for close to 2 years before the Patriots scooped him up and added him to their practice squad late last season, then ended up signing both him and Rohrwasser to futures deals. So currently there are 3 kickers on the Patriots roster. I think it would probably be smart, even though Nick Folk was very good for this team in 2020, probably smart to at least have one of them on the roster to provide some competition, considering Nick Folk is 36 years old. He's getting up there in age, but yeah, it remains to be seen whether that's a 2-man competition or a 3-man competition.
Great insight as always, Zack. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier.